Good morning, everyone, from the King of Prussia Mall. A very early Saturday morning. Today is another release day, another release Saturday. It is the Yeezy 350 V2 Desert Sage. It's dropping today and online. Just won a raffle at my local Snipes. Got very lucky on the raffle. Every location in the area did first come, first serve, and only mall locations did a raffle, so just won the raffle. Time right now is about 9 o'clock. Just gonna look in the pickup, do the early first thoughts on the shoe in hand, and then I am gonna go back and do the more detailed review. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, welcome back to another Anthony production. If I didn't even say that in the intro, my bad. Welcome to another Anthony production. A recap of what just happened. Went to the mall, to King Prussia Mall to pick up my pair, and what ended up happening was that I thought they were going to open up at 9. That's what like 2 employees on the phone said, but they ended up opening up at 10, which wasn't a huge deal just because the store was right across from the food court, so I just went to like Chick-fil-A, got something to eat, and I just waited until they opened up at 10 o'clock. Some things I noticed, there's about like 5 to 10 people outside the store right now that morning trying to get unclaimed pairs for people who won the raffle and do not pick up by the deadline of 12 o'clock. Pairs become first come, first served. So that's what people are waiting for. Don't know how many pairs ended up being unclaimed. So that was that. Pretty much just got my pair and got out. A couple funny things I noticed was that 2 people in line, they did not, one person did not have their ID, and then the second person did not have their name on their ID matching their winning email. So that was pretty funny. One person did not get their pair, and then the other person had to go back and get their ID. Just sort of annoys me, and it's sort of funny at the same time, just because I don't know, just amuses me. But I was able just to get my pair and get out. Did not get to do a first impression just because I just wanted to get out of that mall. I know the coronavirus sort of has an impact on my decision. Just wanted to get out of the mall, make the little as contact as possible. Just wanted to address the coronavirus. I know everyone is very frantic about this virus. My message: just stay safe, take it easy. That's what I'm going to be doing. My school is closed for the rest of the semester, so I'm just going to have online assignments. So I'll have more time to do some videos. Hopefully, some live cops of shoes that are coming out, usually on Saturday. Just taking it easy, you know. Again, you probably should do the same. Take it easy if your school's closed. Do your work. Try not to make too much contact with other people if you have to. But that's that. Wash your hands. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to address that with the coronavirus. I know a lot of people have off from school or their school is closed for the rest of the semester like mine is. But yeah, just take it safe, take it easy, and try not to spread as many germs as possible. Try not to do that. So that's that. So let's get into this review of the Yeezy Boost 350 Desert Sage, and I also want to do a comparison on the two other 350s I have in my collection. So let's get into it. Let's get into the box. It's pretty much the same Yeezy box that we are used to seeing with every Yeezy Boost 350 V2. You have the Yeezy Boost 350 made by Adidas. Pretty much have the same 350 right there, Boost on the side, and right down there is the box label. If you guys are getting a pair on the resale market, here's a good idea just to take a screenshot of that label, just to, if you want to do a legit check. But Yeezy Boost 350 V2, colorway Desert Sage, Desert Sage, Desert Sage, and got my usual size 13, which I get in every Yeezy Boost 350 V2. So now let's get into the shoe itself. Alright, so here we go. Here is the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Desert Sage colorway. Now my first impressions when I first saw this shoe in hand at the mall was that this is a really, really nice colorway. It's really different from what Kanye West has been putting out. Just been using the same color palette. You know, just been doing, like, honestly the same shade of brown, tan, cream. But I feel like this is different. I feel like the past two 350s, these and the Marsh colorway, which was the Yeezy Supply exclusive, definitely switched it up a little bit as far as color blocking and color palettes. First, let's start off with the side of the shoe. The Prime Knit in hand is like a gray with like a greenish tint. That's how, basically, best way I can explain it in hand. It's like this light gray with like a sort of a olivey greenish tint to it. Prime Knit pattern, different lines, vertical, diagonal lines throughout the shoe, side panel of the shoe. The most noticeable thing is the stripe. It is a 3M reflective stripe going across the shoe. It does reflect when you put the flash on it. I'll have to include a picture of what it looks like with the flash on at some part in the video. That's the side of the shoe. The laces are different, completely different than the Prime Knit of the shoe. I would say this is definitely more of a greenish lace right here, greenish lace. Going off to the midsole of the shoe, definitely more of like a minty green translucent midsole. I actually really like it. You can see the boost really, really well through this midsole. Alright, so here's the side of the shoe. This is where the 3M reflective stripe ends. And you basically have the same Prime Knit pattern, vertical, horizontal lines going towards the side of the shoe. And let's go to the sock liner, which is the most noticeable part of the shoe that stands out. It's going to be in this bright mango-y orange color. You see you have the stripes right here. They're not reflective 3M stripes on the back. They're more of like a plasticky type material. And then the insole is going to be in the same color as the sock liner. We'll take a closer look at the insoles in a bit. Going towards the outsole, you have this like light gum colored outsole. You have the stripe. Oh crap! There's a dog. I thought the dog was gonna come after me. But here it is, the 3M. This is the gum outsole right here. There's the gum outsole right there. Pretty much the same color as the Butter 350 colorway, as well as the Hyperspace. Pretty much reminds me of the exact same color scheme on the outsole. Again, if you want to, here's the boost window right here. If you want to stop this video and just examine the boost. This is what's going to look like on a retail pair if you're trying to buy on the aftermarket. And it says boost down here on the bottom. So now let's take a closer look at the insole and the size tag. Alright, so here is the insole of the shoe. It's going to be the same color as the sock liner. And the Adidas Yeezy logo on the insole is going to be more of a darker orange than the color of the sock liner in the insole. So it just stands out just so slightly. You can't really see it in the dark. You really have to come outside to see it more clearly. So that is the insole. And here's a clear picture of the size tag of the shoe. This is honestly the best way to see if you have an authentic pair if you're trying to buy on the resale market. There's a picture of the size tag right there. It's honestly the best way to tell between a real and a fake pair. And yeah, so that is the size tag. Alright guys, so that is the in-depth review of the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the Desert Sage colorway. Right now I have two 350 V2s in my collection that I want to show you guys to compare to this shoe right here. If you did not know, Kanye West has been doing numerous iterations of the 350 V2 model, and there are enough differences that I should probably show you guys, as it pretty much shows the evolution of the 350 V2 model. But first of all, I want to mention, as far as comparisons to this shoe, something that really stuck out to me was that this shoe looks like, or has the aesthetics of the first OG Yeezy Beluga. Some things I noticed as I seen a pair in hand is that the prime knit sort of has that same greenish-y gray prime knit as the Beluga 1.0s, as well as this bright coloring on the sock liner as on the original Beluga. That bright orangey color runs throughout the stripe and has Supply 350. Also, another thing that I noticed was that on the original Belugas, the stripes on the back do not reflect. Same thing with the Desert Sage, they do not reflect. They're pretty much just like sewn in there. Same thing with the material. It's more of like a plastic material on the OG Belugas. Same thing here. Obviously on the Belugas, the sock liner's gray, and this pair is this bright orange. Something that I want to notice, something that I just wanted to mention. Really wanted a pair of Belugas. Wish I would have had a pair to compare, but I don't. I know my friend Quang, shout out to Quang, he has a pair. I know they're a little bit beat, but should have asked him to use his pair for the review, but I want to get this video out there ASAP. So two shoes in my collection, two Yeezys in my collection that I want to use to compare. We're going to use this shoe, the Yeezy 350 V2 Black Statics that recently just came out, restocked Black Friday. Was able to get a pair. Got a pair the first time they released in June. Camped out with my man Andy. Shout out to Andy. Did a long ass camp out. Got my size. I ended up trading that first release of the Black Statics for a pair of Travis Scott Air Force One sales. That's for another video though. Trying to do the comparison. So I have the Black Statics as well as the blue tints, man. This is my favorite 350 V2 of all time. I know it's pretty controversial, but I really love this shoe. I love blue, my favorite color, and this minty blue with the gray and the red is really nice. So I'm going to use that to compare as well. Not really comparing colorways, just really just aesthetics of these models with the Desert Sage, as there are really different. So let's get into it, guys. So we're first going to start off with pretty much the earliest Yeezy that I have right now in the collection is the blue tints. These came out in 2017 along with the Beluga 2.0s, but we have these to compare. So the first thing I want to notice was pretty much has a zebra pattern going across the whole shoe, as it copied the original black and white zebras. So it has that zebra print, as well as the pull tab has that pull tab with the red dots going along it, as well as these stripes being reflective once you hit the light. So once you hit the light, they completely reflect. Looks really nice. And did keep the translucent sole as well. So now let's get the black statics comparison. Pretty much changed the whole prime knit pattern, as it is now this they copied pretty much the original white statics. Has that different prime knit pattern with the vertical horizontal lines going across it. It does have the pull tab as the blue tints have, and also has the 3M stripes. Different things from the blue tints is that this stripe is translucent. If you're wearing the shoe with bright colored socks, you can definitely see that color running through the stripes. Also, this has 3M laces. Again, reflects once you put the light on. Pretty much kept a slightly translucent sole on the bottom, but it's really dark, you can't really see it. So comparing it with the Desert Sage 350s, just wanted to point out, pretty much has the same prime knit pattern as the black statics, and the original statics has that like horizontal vertical line type pattern. So they pretty much kept that true to form with that static prime knit pattern. Pretty much some noticeable differences. Again, the stripes do not reflect. Sort of going back to that original 1.0 Beluga type style, with the stripes not reflecting and having that plasticky material instead of the reflective material. Another thing to note, I think a really big difference is that, I think you can see it better on the black statics, is that you see the stitching line going all the way up to the shoe right here, but on the Desert Sage, they don't really have that line anymore. There's more of a thicker line, as you can see. They don't really have that on the shoe. I guess they changed it up. These look really nice. I think it looks a little bit better that way. That's just my personal opinion. And of course, this does not have a pull tab. Again, going with that original Yeezys that did not come with the pull tab, like the Belugas and the Black Friday pack, which is the 3-colored stripe pack. You have the red, you have the green, and you have also that copper pair as well. And then also you have the different from that pack is the Oreo colorway that does not have the pull tab as well. And they did keep that sort of translucent sole. I know this is a gum sole, but it's slightly translucent. And that's pretty much my the comparison. This 350 V2 is definitely different from previous models. It definitely shows how long the 350 V2 model has come to this day. I know it first came out in, I think, 2016, I believe, with the 1.0 Belugas. Now we're going to 2020 with the Desert Sage. It's cool to see how pretty much the most popular Yeezy model in the Yeezy brand, the Yeezy Adidas partnership, pretty much shows how far we have come in this Yeezy craze right now. So that is my review of the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Desert Sage. Really like this shoe. Don't know if I'm going to keep it, just because I'm trying to save up right now for other releases that are coming out. You have the Fire Red 5s that are supposedly going to be pushed back to late April. Then you have the Court Purple 1s that are coming out in early April. I'm trying to get those. Hopefully I can do a pickup vlog and a review for those if need be. So that is my review. I don't know if I'm going to keep these. Probably just going to let them go. Just wanted to do them for the review. They're a really cool pair of shoes. Really, honestly, my most favorite Yeezy in a pretty long time. I feel like the other colorways that have been coming out are complete garbage. Just not my style. But I'm glad to have these. Glad I won these. Didn't have to camp for them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe on this video, and there will be more videos to come. in the near future. So thank you for watching.